I just sneezed. I think that's a really great way to start this video. You know, some might say that sneezing is an imperfect form of breathing. But maybe it's a perfect form of breathing in that it gets rid of whatever irritated your nose or throat. You might be wondering why I'm talking about imperfections. And you might be looking at my ears right now as they stick out on either side of my head. You know, some people could interpret those as flaws. Tyra Banks might interpret them as flawsome. And some people might say that when you start sentences as if you're introducing a topic and continuing to use the same cadence to introduce it, it might get confusing, and the sentences might be hard to follow. Well, let's take this out of the imperfect tense and talk about how tense it is to try and be perfect, which leads me straight into this month's walking book club. The beautiful, beautiful dream of a book club that we can all listen to, /walk to, /read if you want to buy a book, or you can listen to it with your ears on audible.com/yourhearto, where Audible has a myriad of audio resources for books where words are translated into sounds, and from those sounds they form pictures in your mind. It's really, really quite lovely. If you guys have enjoyed this, let me tell you some other things. This month's Audible book is The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. I hope that's how to pronounce it. I think so, due to the accent aigu. If you guys want to know how to tell the difference between a accent aigu and a accent grave, think of it this way. An accent aigu is like aigu, so it's going up from left to right. An accent grave is pretty grave, so it's going down from left to right. That thought was brought to you by Hannah Hart, circa studying French. If Brené Brown sounds like a familiar name, it might not only be from her book, The Gifts of Imperfection, which comes with accompanying worksheets, and you can find them in the links below. But it's also because she gave an excellent TED Talk that we actually talked about a while ago on vulnerability and the importance of being vulnerable, and how when you're being vulnerable, it's actually the bravest act you can take, and it opens you up to more possibility, or more uncertainty, but also more possibility. You know, you guys left a lot of really excellent comments in the main channel video discussing the difference between uncertainty and possibility, and I have to think to myself, man, my community is fucking awesome and great. I want to do awesome and great by them. Thus, I must embrace my imperfections, my completely unpredictable posting schedules, my endeavors for Tuesdays and Thursdays, but most of all, my way of talking as if we're coming and culminating. We're coming to a culmination of a great point. But the point is that there doesn't have to be a point to speak with such intensity, certainty, and dedication. So, if you want to hear more people speak seriously into your ears, go to audible.com/yourhearto. And seriously though, this month's book is The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. And also to everybody that enjoyed the 4 agreements, hello, sauce. I definitely didn't see as many people reading the 4 agreements on Tumblr as the other books. So if you enjoyed the 4 agreements, let me know. Use the hashtag Walking Book Club on Tumblr. And also let me know what you think of this book. I think it's going to be pretty great. It was recommended to me by my friend Allison, who is super duper. A super duper trooper. It's also a very beautiful day. Here's the sky. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff.